this feeling that you are really bathing in sound. You listen to great sound and you listen to a groove and it just is all around you. My live performance tonight was called Layering Buddha Alive, based on a recording of a very cheap sound generator device. It sounds very rough, and if you have one or more of those units and you play those things at the same time, they all sound slightly different. And as a result, you got something which is very dense and very raw and very subtle at the same time. It's pretty much like if you think about insects. If there's one cricket, it's just like krrk, krrk, krrk. It's very boring. But if you have 10 millions of them, it's this wall of sound, and suddenly it's totally impressive. It's actually very simple. You take a recording, and you create 10 copies of it, and you slightly change each single copy. Make it a bit shorter, a bit longer, play it a bit slower, a bit faster, and then you have 10 machines. Then you record this. And then you take this recording and do exactly the same thing. You end up with 100 machines. Then you do it again. Then you end up with 10,000. Then you do it again, and you end up with 10,000 multiply 10,000. And if you work on this for 3 hours, you can create the equivalent of something like a few billion things running at the same time. And this is the beauty of computer music. You define a recipe, you have an idea what you want to do, and then you tell the computer, okay, do it 10,000 times. The fact that you are placed in the center of 6 speakers or 8 or more, and there's sound which is in some way so far away from you that like suddenly the walls are not there anymore. You're just surrounded by sound, and you close your eyes and you think the space is endless. That's an experience which is amazing if it works. No clouds in the sky, a single cloud in the sky, suddenly a little bit wind, and 10 minutes later the most amazing thunderstorm. And I really try to do the same thing with music. So really throw people mentally from one corner to the other and back. And at the very end, take them and bring them back down.
Jag har mer eller mindre tagit avstånd, eller man ska säga, mer från klubbarna. När ens klubb har blivit ens liv lite mer, att man alltid varenda helg står och spelar på klubb, så är det ingenting jag gör privat längre alls. Många tror att, jaha, shit, du bor i Berlin, det går på Berghain och Bar 25 och allt det här jämt och ständigt, men inte alls. Under den tiden som jag började köra så var det bara jag och en laptop och lite effekter. Och det blev otroligt tråkigt. Jag börjar tänka på ett helt annat sätt nu när jag gör liksom de första skisserna till exempel, och utgår mer eller mindre i mitt huvud från att det ska vara mer akustiska instrument, en helt annan typ av instrumentering på med färdiga resultatet, eller vad man ska säga. Just nu är det inga direkta planer, men ändå finns visioner om att ta in ytterligare en kille till på det och en annan kille på det, och kanske sluta att man är något jävla tortoise i slutändan som bara åker runt som en cirkus och byter instrument. Det är oftast jag som kommer med de färdiga looparna, och sen så, fast vi ändå har jävligt öppet att fritt jammande, eller vad man ska säga, runt looparna, och är det inte bra så är det såklart man får komma in där med pekfingret. Varje gång vi spelar live så är det så att vi repar. Och just nu har vi tagit in en ny trummis, och vi hade vårt genrep på Roskilde till exempel. Så att på den nivån har vi aldrig repat ihop till exempel, så att det är väldigt öppet, och vi får se vad det blir helt enkelt. Alla gig skiljer sig mer eller mindre åt från varje gång. Kan jag tänka mig att det varierar jävligt mycket.
It was totally magic. It was like this experience where she would play a song, and then I was like, I have something, I have to play this to you, and then she was like, oh, I have to show you this, and then I was like, yeah, but this. We totally played for each other, and it was funny because we made people dance by doing so, and I think it's still the same. We started to play in these small rooms of techno, in the like side rooms of techno clubs, and people started to really, really love it, and I think it had to do something with the energy and with the newness of the sound, and at one point we switched to the main room and they still loved it, and so that's how it started. I think we were the first ones who did this kind of sound in Berlin, you know, like no one else had even heard of the things that we did, and there were grime nights, but only grime nights, and we put together all these different kinds of sounds like grime and be more and edgy stuff and a little bit of booty bass and so on. So yeah, and that was in 2004. For us, it's always about the mixture of music, and we would never put on a night where the same kind of music runs the whole night, but we would try to put together different kinds of music that like evolve through the night, and it always is very important that it has a certain curve of emotion or something. And then we also try to involve people from the art scene. I think we like it really small sometimes, you know. I think for us it's the best if we do a small club with different kinds of rooms and everything is totally packed and people totally freak out. It's much better at a big rave. People like it when something else happens, you know, when there's something unexpected and not only this like same kind of music the whole night.